As I capture footage of this former Macy's department store, I can't help but feel a bit nostalgic. Memories of the past resonate through the dormant retail floors amidst the sounds of demolition and transformation. It's a bittersweet sight witnessing the old make way for the new, as remnants from the building of this retail giant give way to the promise of cutting-edge robotics technology. This shift symbolizes the evolution of not just a building, but an entire industry, and heralding the birth of an exciting new chapter for House of Design Robotics.
When I came in, they said this is a project we want to take on at the Macy's building. We want to turn it into a facility that houses everything we do and call it the tech center. It still had the signage and it still had the pictures, it still had shelving, it just didn't have clothes. And so it was amazing to see that this is still Macy's, just the doors were closed and the store wasn't utilized. And we came in and removed all of that, from the pictures to the chandelier to the fitting room signs. We took all that out, moved some walls around, and then turned it into a manufacturing facility or technology center. We're moving big units around. In a retail store, it's not quite that way. You have man doors where people come in and out, but we needed to come up with that solution. So we're able to get trucks within the building, and we could actually load and offload inside the building to be able to do it out of the weather and keep our system safe.
It's an interesting comparison. You look at these big box retail stores that are sitting empty, and there's really a need there for innovation and people to come in and transform them into usable spaces, just like we've done with bringing our tech center into the Macy's building here. It's very similar to what's going on with the off-site construction industry right now. There's a huge need for innovation there and automation, and especially with our truss systems, we have solutions for that. We have automation now that can help build trusses faster, build them safer and more efficiently, and it's going to allow us to revitalize that industry and bring innovation to that area, which is really needed.
There are a couple of different factors that are so important to House of Design and their presence here in the city of Nampa. First and foremost, the industry and the market in the world has changed in the recent years, and the cost of housing has gone up considerably. Robotics and in construction is going to be a critical answer to the affordability of housing as we move to the future. The other thing it provides are wonderful jobs in a technical field. And for the citizens of Nampa, innovation, collaboration, thinking outside the box is who we want to be. And those are the kind of businesses we want to attract. I think we are very privileged to have such an innovative company here in the community of Nampa.
Thinking about branding, thinking about colors, and what do they do, and trying to bring subtle hints of innovations, this kind of high-tech facility, but also thinking of first impressions when guests come into the building and where are their journeys in this facility, and also thinking of employee investment spaces is what I call them, from like the break rooms to the huddle rooms, and how to make sure that they're working to their full potential and just encouraging these spaces so they're working more collaboratively.
The design and the flow of the building is something that is honestly really helpful to the creative process. It's really nice how there's different, you have your conference rooms for getting serious business work done, and there's areas we can kind of get together, just be comfortable and talk through things and brainstorm ideas. And then we can also step out to the shop floor and bring our ideas to life and test them. It's a great place to be as a company. It has all the needs that we need, and really just allows us to be creative and execute on our ideas really well.
Large buildings like former malls that are underutilized and need to be transformed into something. This is a beautiful example of what can happen and should happen in some of our underutilized spaces in our country.
I take a lot of pride in this project because HOD took a building that was not being utilized for retail anymore. It was Macy's. It sat closed for a while and just didn't look great, and turned it into something new and usable, and something that we can turn, affordable housing components out and robotics into the housing, into a building that used to be retail and is no longer being utilized. And so it's an interesting concept that we can do that with our building, just as we're trying to do that with building components. It was actually somewhere that I bought a Christmas gift for my wife, her KitchenAid mixer. And so every now and again, I'll tell her when I'm standing in that area that we bought the mixer and like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm just standing over here where I bought your mixer. And it's out on the production floor. So it's a unique feeling knowing that I'm walking through here. I still see moments of Macy's growing up in the area.
Every once in a while it's interesting. You'll be sitting there and then all of a sudden think about the fact that this used to be retail space, and right where I'm sitting at a conference room could have been people shopping a while ago. And it does kind of serve as a reminder of the innovation that honestly has to happen and that we're part of.
To see the former Macy's building totally transformed into this new innovative company, House of Design, is exactly what we needed to see happen in the city of Nampa. Maximizing the space of a large open building and seeing the creativity and what it could become actually exemplifies who the House of Design is. And it's creative, innovative thinking, looking to tomorrow, taking what we have today and looking to tomorrow what it can be.